my girlfriend said, "Let's be honest, you're not really my type," I agreed completely. When she found out my type was her best friend who'd been crushing on me, honesty became a less attractive policy. I, 29 male, am sitting here in my new apartment, unpacking boxes with someone who actually wants to be with me, while my ex blows up my phone demanding I stop this childish game. Funny how honesty is only attractive when it works in one direction. 6 weeks ago, my girlfriend Jessica, 27, and I were having dinner at her place. We'd been together for 2 years, living together for the last 8 months. Out of nowhere, she puts down her wine glass and says, "We need to talk about something." Never a good start. "I've been thinking a lot lately," she said. "Let's be honest, you're not really my type, like physically or personality-wise. I usually date more ambitious guys, taller, more athletic, you know?" I set down my fork. "Okay." She seemed surprised I wasn't arguing. "I mean, I care about you. You're stable, reliable, good boyfriend material. But there's no spark anymore. I think we should open the relationship. Let me explore what I'm actually attracted to while we maintain what we have." Translation: I want to sleep with other people while keeping you as my safety net. You know what, Jess? You're absolutely right. You're not really my type either. Her face went through about 5 different expressions. What? Yeah, I prefer women who are more, I don't know, genuine, kinder, who actually laugh at jokes instead of analyzing them, who can have fun without documenting it for social media. So yeah, I agree. We're not each other's types. She laughed. Actually laughed. "Oh, please, Grant. Don't be petty. We both know you're lucky to have me." "If you say so. But since we're being honest, I think we should just break up. Clean break. You can explore what you're actually attracted to, and so can I." That's not what I'm suggesting at all. I'm talking about growing together, exploring while maintaining our foundation. Nah, I'm good. I'll start looking for my own place tomorrow. She stood up, angry now. "You're being ridiculous. Where would you even go? You can't afford a place like this on your own." She was right about the apartment. She inherited it from her grandmother, so no rent. I just paid utilities and groceries. But I'd rather live in a shoebox than stay with someone who just told me I'm basically placeholder boyfriend. Her best friend, Melody, 28, texted me that night. She'd heard about the breakup already because Jessica had called her immediately to complain about my immaturity. "Hey, heard about you and Jess. You okay?" "Yeah, actually feeling pretty good. Apparently I'm not her type, lol." "That's insane. She doesn't know what she's losing." "Thanks. Random question. Do you know any apartments available? Need to move ASAP." "Actually, yeah. My building has a 1-bedroom opening next month. Want me to introduce you to the landlord?" Update 1. The entitlement started almost immediately after I signed the lease for the new apartment. Jessica couldn't believe I was actually leaving. She kept saying things like, "You're really going to throw away 2 years over one conversation?" And I was trying to be honest about my feelings. The day I was packing, she stood in the doorway of the bedroom. "You know Melody's apartment is tiny, right? It's like 500 square feet. It's 650 actually, and it's perfect for me." "How do you know the exact square footage?" "Because I signed the lease yesterday." Her face went red. "You're moving into Melody's building? Are you serious right now?" "She helped me find a place. Is that a problem?" "She's my best friend, and she's being a good friend by helping me out." Jessica grabbed her phone and started furiously texting. I knew she was messaging Melody. I continued packing while she had her meltdown. 20 minutes later, she came back. "Melody's not answering me. Maybe she's busy." "She's never too busy for me." "What did you say to her?" "Nothing. We just talked about the apartment." The truth was, Melody and I had been texting a lot. Not about Jessica, just talking. About books. We both love mystery novels. About cooking. She sent me her grandmother's marinara recipe. About random stuff. It was nice talking to someone who actually seemed interested in what I had to say. Moving day came. Jessica made sure to be there, inviting over her friend group to help, aka witness my departure and make comments. Her friend Tanya kept saying things like, "I can't believe you're actually doing this, and Jess deserves so much better." Cool. She can have it then. As I was loading the last box, Jessica pulled me aside. "You know, you can still change your mind. I'm willing to forgive this tantrum." "Forgive?" You told me I'm not your type and you want to sleep with other people. I said, open relationship? It's different, more evolved. Well, I'm not evolved enough for that. Good luck with everything. She grabbed my arm. Wait, we're still gonna be friends, right? We have the same friend group. We'll see each other around. I guess we'll see. The next day, she showed up at my new apartment. I hadn't given her the address, but it wasn't hard to figure out since she knew the building. Nice place, she said, looking around with judgment. Melody helped you decorate? Just gave some suggestions. She's been avoiding my calls. That's between you two. Grant, what's really going on here? First you overreact to an honest conversation, then you move into my best friend's building. Now she's acting weird. My doorbell rang. It was Melody with a potted plant. Housewarming gift. Oh, hi Jess. The tension was thick. Jessica looked between us and I could see the wheels turning. Are you two? Are we what? Melody asked. You know what? Forget it. This is ridiculous. Jessica stormed out. Melody watched her go, then turned to me. She's going to make this weird, isn't she? Probably. Worth it though. She's been a pretty terrible friend lately anyway. Did she tell you about Diego? Who's Diego? The guy from her yoga class she's been flirting with for months. She showed me their texts. That's probably why she wanted an open relationship. Suddenly, things made more sense. Update 2. Jessica went nuclear when she found out Melody and I were dating. It happened naturally. We were already friends. She lived right down the hall. We started having dinner together. Watching movies, going for walks. She made me laugh. She actually listened when I talked. She was enthusiastic about things I cared about. Everything Jessica wasn't. 2 weeks after I moved in, Melody kissed me while we were cooking dinner together. I've wanted to do that for a year, she admitted. What about Jessica? What about her? She told you that you weren't her type. She's been emotionally cheating with Yoga Diego for months. She treats you like an accessory, not a partner. I'm done watching her take you for granted. We decided to keep it quiet at first, but Jessica has a sixth sense for these things. She started showing up at the building more often, always with excuses to visit Melody. Melody stopped answering the door. Then came the confrontation. Jessica cornered us in the lobby as we were coming back from dinner. I knew it. I knew it. She was shaking with rage. How long has this been going on? About a week, I said calmly. You've been planning this. You used our breakup as an excuse to get with my best friend. Melody stepped forward. Actually, Jess, you told him he wasn't your type and tried to manipulate him into letting you date other people while he waited at home. You did this. You're supposed to be my friend. There's girl code. Girl code doesn't mean supporting you when you're treating someone like garbage. You literally told me last month that Grant was just comfortable, and you were waiting for something better to come along. I turned to Jessica. You said that? She had the decency to look slightly ashamed for about 2 seconds. That was private. Mel, how could you? How could I? How could you? You strung him along for 2 years while sexting with Diego. That's different. Diego and I have chemistry. Then go be with Diego, I said. Why are you here yelling at us? Her face crumpled. Because Diego has a girlfriend. He was never going to leave her, I found out yesterday. There it was, the real reason for her anger. Her backup plan, Diego, fell through, and her safety net, me, was no longer available. That's not our problem, I said. You have to end this. It's wrong. She was my friend first. And I was your boyfriend first, but that didn't stop you from shopping around. She started crying. The manipulative kind, where she peeks to see if it's working. You're ruining everything. Our whole friend group is going to implode. Only if you make it weird, Melody said. We're happy. Why can't you just let us be happy? Because it's wrong. Grant, you're just doing this to hurt me. Jess, I'm doing this because Melody actually likes me. The real me, not some idealized version she's trying to mold me into. Jessica pulled out her phone. I'm telling everyone. Everyone's gonna know what kind of people you both are. She stormed off, already typing furiously. Final update. Jessica's smear campaign backfired spectacularly. She went to our entire friend group with her version. I was a vindictive ex who seduced her best friend to get revenge. Melody was a backstabbing friend who violated girl code. We were both terrible people who deserved each other. What she didn't count on was that people had been watching her relationship with me for 2 years. They'd seen how she treated me, how she'd flirt with other guys at parties while I was right there, how she'd make jokes about settling for me, how she'd criticize everything from my job to my hobbies to my appearance. Our mutual friend Caitlin was the first to speak up in the group chat. "Jess, didn't you literally tell us last month that you were going to dump Grant after the holidays because you didn't want to be alone for New Year's?" Then Anthony chimed in. "Yeah, and you showed us those texts from that yoga guy. You were basically having an emotional affair." The tide turned quickly. People started sharing stories, how Jessica had tried to get with Melody's ex while they were still together, how she'd spread rumors about Caitlin's promotion being suspicious, how she'd borrowed money from multiple people and forgotten to pay it back. Jessica tried damage control. She showed up at my apartment, drunk one night, pounding on the door. "You turned everyone against me. You turned them against yourself. I didn't say anything to anyone. Melody poisoned them." She shared private conversations. Melody appeared in the hallway. "I shared the truth when asked directly, like how you've been calling Grant your placeholder boyfriend for months." I was venting. Friends vent. Friends don't usually vent about hoping their boyfriend's startup fails, so he'll be too depressed to leave them. I stared at Jessica. "You said that?" She was trapped. It was, "I didn't mean, get out, don't come here again. This isn't over, you can't just steal my life." "What life? The one where you keep people around as backup plans? Where you use people until something better comes along? That life?" She tried one more manipulation. "Fine, I'll tell your mom about this. She loves me." "Go ahead. I already told her everything," she said, and I quote, "Thank God you finally got away from that narcissist." That broke her. She started ugly crying. Real tears this time. "Nobody was supposed to choose you. You were supposed to wait for me." "Wait for what? For you to decide I was worth it? I found someone who already thinks I am." Melody took my hand. "Jess, go home. Diego's not taking your calls. Your friends see through your BS, and we're happy. Just go home." Jessica left, still sobbing. She moved back in with her parents 2 weeks later. Inheritance apartment or not, she couldn't afford the utilities and maintenance fees alone. Last I heard, she joined a different gym to avoid Diego and is telling anyone who'll listen that she's the victim of a coordinated betrayal. Meanwhile, Melody and I are doing great. We cook together, we laugh together, she reads my draft blog posts and gives actual feedback instead of saying, "That's nice, babe," while scrolling through her phone. She introduces me to people as her boyfriend with pride, not with the qualifying statements Jessica always used. "This is Grant, he's in tech?" Well, trying to be. Her lease is up in 2 months. She's moving in with me. My 650 square feet of happiness beats Jessica's inherited 1,200 square feet of manipulation any day. Oh, and the best part? That startup Jessica hoped would fail? Just got our first major client. Turns out when you're not constantly being torn down by your partner, you actually have energy to succeed. Funny how being someone's type has nothing to do with height or muscles or whatever checklist they're carrying around. It's about finding someone who sees you, actually sees you, and thinks, "Yes, this is the one I want." Jessica was right about one thing though. We weren't each other's type. She needed someone she could manipulate and control. I needed someone who actually liked me. Good thing we were both honest about it in the end.